Good day everyone. Just wanted to make a little video while I'm walking to the gym, since I haven't posted a standard video in a while. I'm walking on the grass because it's mega icy. Anyway, I was supposed to be in Egypt this week, but in the sun and in the desert, but now I'm in the snow, in the cold. So the premises of this video is going to be the path, and for most of you will know what I mean by that. So what I'm going to be talking about is the path will lead you to doing things that your ego may not want to do. Things will occur that you may not want, and you may not like. For example, I've been wanting to go to Egypt basically all my life, and then 2 days before my flight was due, the flight was cancelled because of strikes. So it wasn't even like the plane service people like cancelled it. It was like legit. The UK's airports have a strike in December, and they striked on the day that I was supposed to be leaving. Crows. I love crows. There's a lot of big ones around here, like a big red kite. You can see one right now. Red kites are like mini hawks. Anyway, the path will put you in a position that your ego doesn't want to be in, but is essential for the growth of, you could say, the soul. So that is what I've learned with the fact that my Egypt trip got cancelled. And it's what I've been learning a lot recently, actually. A lot of things have been happening in my life that my brain doesn't like just situations, things with family, work, and progressing my life through just positive things happen, and then like seemingly a negative thing happens, and it is these trials. That's what they are. They are the trials of the soul, or the trials of the path of deification, self-deification, becoming, I don't really like using the phrase, but becoming a living God is what self-deification is and does. But what most people think of when they hear a living God, they think this supernatural being that can fly and shoot lasers out their eye beams and shit like that. But quite frankly, a lot of what we're doing in the path is unlocking and re-engaging natural abilities. All of this is all natural. So none of it's supernatural, it's all natural, and we are essentially remembering and putting ourselves back together into a previous state that we were before in an ancient time. This is what I've been finding lately. But yeah, it's been a weird week. It's been a weird month or two, actually. It's been a weird few months. I was supposed to go on like a little motorbike camping trip after Stonehenge. That didn't pan out. A lot of things haven't panned out that my brain and my ego has been wanting, but seemingly a lot of things have been panning out that I need. Things that I need. Let's take this Egypt trip for example. I have 2 cats now, 2 kittens. My mum was going to be looking after the kittens, and my sister and her boyfriend would have been coming around every now and again, no, every day, to just like help out my mum, because mum's very old and 3 cats is a bit of a nightmare. Alright, excuse me for a little bit because there's a lot of road here. I'm actually going to pause the video, continue when I get away from the road. Bear me a moment. Okay, as I was saying, sorry about that, there was a lot of cars over there. The kittens. let's take those for example. My mum was going to be looking after them, but my sister and her boyfriend were going to come around every day. What we found out on like the day our flight actually got cancelled is my sister and her boyfriend have been having arguments. So it would have been even worse for those to come over. And what we've also found out is a few days later, after we were supposed to fly out, one of the kittens threw up. So one of them's not actually feeling that well. And if we went on holiday, it could have been much worse for them, because my mum's not really just not going to feed them all the because I'm making them turn in them raw, and you need to feed them that every now and again, at least a little bit, to get them onto raw diet. And she's not going to be doing that. Yeah, I didn't want to put too much pressure on my mum anyway, with 2 kittens and a big cat. So but as I was saying, the trials and tribulations are things that your ego, your somewhat conscious mind, but the conscious mind that is programmed by the surroundings and the environment is going to be like, no, that's not good, no, this isn't good, that isn't good. But what I've learned is that I'm supposed to be in a cold place, at least for a little bit, is what I've found out, which is why I was born in England. But I really, really like hot weather. I'm half Filipino. I could literally go to Philippines, no sunscreen, and just tan up. But in England, I was like, I hate the snow, I hate the cold. But what I've learned is that learning to resist the cold is a lot harder than learning to resist the heat. So this is actually a form of kind of training, learning to resist cold weather. It actually mimics what hell would be. Hell it would not be a hot place. It even says that in the Bible that heaven is hotter than hell. You can look this up. I think that it says like that the heat of heaven is that 10 times more than something to do with like the sun, and they were comparing how hot the sun would be to hell, what they say hell would be. But hell, the realm of hell, is actually icy. It's known as Helheim, with a deity that guards the gates of hell called Hela, or Hell. Or one of the deities that guards the gates of hell. There are hell realms. I won't really call them hell realms that are hot. They're more egregoric realms. A place of true hell and stasis is an icy realm. If you were to be in hell, you would be frozen. You'd be frozen in place, moving every centimeter per like 100 years. That would be hell. Not a very hot fucking place. No, frozen. You basically froze. That is hell. But yeah, that is what I've learned recently from the fact that I haven't gone to Egypt and having a lot of these kind of mini ego deaths this last week about certain things. But yeah, I wasn't supposed to go to Egypt yet. Maybe I was, but then I got kittens after I booked the flight, so that probably threw a spanner in the ring, or whatever you call it, the saying for it. Anyway, I'm done for now. I'm at the gym and there's a lot of noise, so peace out, see you next time.